Garden Gems, Determined Gardener here. If I look a little shiny, that's because I'm wearing sunscreen. Remember, even if you're in your garden, you have to protect your skin from the sun. But on another note, we are talking about one of the most beginner plant friendly plants in your garden, and we are talking about daylilies. That's right, daylilies. They are great plants for beginners. They're easy to take care of, and I have plenty of daylilies in my garden. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to deadhead them, how to take care of them, and most importantly, how to divide them so you can get more daylilies in your garden. So let's get to it. Garden Gems, did I mention that we are in a heat wave? So I am definitely sweating it out to show you this video. But what we're going to be working with are these two daylilies. And I'll come a little closer to show you. This is the Montgomery Jack daylily right here. And it's an yellow orange beautiful daylily that I have in my garden. And this is a new one that I have, a rainbow rhythm ruby spider. And what's great about daylilies is that they are really prolific bloomers. They bloom all the time. And daylilies mean that they bloom one day and then they fall off and then they have another bloom. So it's a repeated cycle of blossoms and blooms in your garden. So that's the reason why daylilies are so great for beginners. And another reason why daylilies are great is because they're drought tolerant. They don't need a lot of water. Some plants like hydrangeas need a lot of water and TLC, but daylilies, you just plant them and they do their thing. So I have a smaller one right here, and I have a bigger one right here, and we are going to use these huge shears because that is how we are going to divide them. I have a mat underneath my knees and I have a plastic bag to collect the dirt. So I'm going to show you how I divide my daylilies. So Garden Gems, when you divide daylilies, they often come in a set of 3. So this is 3 different plants in this one pot, which means that you can divide them a lot easier. Now, if you're concerned about damaging the roots, don't be concerned. What you can do is soak the daylily in water before you divide them. And this plant right now is very dry. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to wet the plant and soak it. You can see all the water dripping from it. That way, the roots will be divided a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mush the pot so I can make it more manageable. And then I'm just going to take the daylily out like that, right there. See the roots? This daylily has some wonderful roots. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to put it right here. And I'm going to squish it like that. Don't be afraid. Daylily roots are very tough. Now, you can just break it like this, or you can use your shears. Since this is a very small daylily, what I'm going to do is just divide it where there's a separation. I could use my hands, but I'm not. But again, don't be afraid. Daylilies are very tough plants. Here we go. And it has 3 daylilies in here. Here's one daylily that I just divided. You can see the stem right there. And now we're going to go for the second 2 daylilies in here. Or you can just keep them together like this, whichever one you want. But you know what? I think I'm just going to keep it like this because that way I don't want to damage any more roots and it's safer that way. So now we have divided our daylily 1 and 2 daylilies. So Garden Gems, giving you another closer look at the roots. You can see how healthy this daylily is. One right here. Now, the good thing about daylilies is that they can be put in really crappy soil. They don't have to have soil that is nicely rich. Just make sure that when you put them in a pot or in your garden, you make sure that you have it in a spot where there is plenty of sun, because daylilies love plenty of sun. And I'm going to show you some of my daylilies right here. You can see just how beautiful they are. That bright red with a yellow throat. This is Cosmic Sonic Bloom. And you can see the ridges right here, yellow ridges. And this one is Rhythm, Rainbow Rhythm. And I'm going to show you another one here. And then when it gets like this, I'm going to show you what to do. See, they don't last for a very long time. They only last for a day because they are dead lilies. So what you want to do, if it looks like this, you just want a deadhead. You don't want to keep these really ugly blooms because then all that energy is going to go to this really spent bloom, and you don't want that to happen. So if they are spent, you just remove them, and they're very easy to remove. And I'm going to show you another daylily. This is my hydrangea, my rose bush, and another daylily. I love, it's like a yellowish cream one, and this one I always keep the tags because I always forget the names. This one is Rainbow Rhythm Orange Smoothie. I love that name, Smoothie. Isn't it just adorable? Garden Gems, I just wanted to show you my Firelight hydrangea because in this channel you're going to get lots of hydrangeas. I know it's a video about daylilies, but I had to show you how beautiful my hydrangeas are, and my coneflowers, and my orange cygria coneflower. That is a tree hydrangea that I made. I did a video on how to make a tree hydrangea from a shrub. So if you want to check out that video, it's really easy. Now I will show you some more of my daylilies. You can see this one is closed. This one is spent. You want to, again, carefully just remove it. Now, if it doesn't come off, don't pull it. Let it fall off by itself. It should easily come off. But I'm going to show you another trick. Here, this is a bud right here. You see how it is? It's a bud. It hasn't opened. And that's what I say. Daylilies love to bloom. There's so many blooms on one stem. But I'm going to show you what's not a bud. Now, if you see something like this, that it's round, that is not a bud. That is actually a seed. And what you want to do is just snap it off. You hear it? Just snap it off, because if you keep this, all that energy is going to go to the seed instead of the plant. So you just want to snap off these seeds. They are not buds, they are seeds, and they easily come off. Another question I get a lot is when to divide daylilies. Now, the rule of thumb is that the daylilies have very full leaves. And once it starts, the crown right here in the middle starts to get thin, that's when you want to divide the daylily. Right now, this is still good, but I think next season I will be dividing this daylily. And also, with these brown leaves, the best thing you should do, though, is to leave them, because all this brown leaves gets the energy back to the plant. So Garden Gems, lots of people ask, what should I do with these wooded stems, right? These stems that have turned brown on the daylilies, you see right here. You can leave them or you can cut them down. What I do is I do leave them at least until the end of the summer. But if you can't stand the look at them, you can just snip it all the way down. It doesn't hurt the daylilies. But remember, you want to leave the leaves as intact as much as possible, because these beautiful leaves really do feed the daylilies, because they are prolific bloomers. So they need that extra energy for the next season. And guys, you can see how windy it is out here. It is crazy windy, but it is a beautiful sunny day here in my zone 7B. So if you're wondering if you should put your daylily, stay it in a pot or keep it in the ground, the best thing, it depends on your garden. If you have a small garden, then keep it in a pot. But remember, daylilies like to grow. They like to spread their wings and like to spread their roots. So if you have space in your garden, the best thing to do is just put it in your garden and it will definitely spread and give you lots of blooms. How many times should you water your daylily? Well, it depends. If you live in a very hot climate like Florida in the South, well, you want to hydrate your daylily at least once a day. But again, daylilies are very drought tolerant. You can go several days, maybe 2 or 3 days without watering and they will be okay. I'm in zone 7B in New York City, Long Island, and it gets about 85, 90 degrees. Right now we're in a heat wave, so I will be watering them a lot more. But again, guys, if you got any great information from this video, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends. By the way, did I tell you that I have a video on how to divide one of my favorite plants? And you guessed it, hydrangea. If you want to learn how to divide a hydrangea, just stay tuned and watch the next video. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye.